Hello Pisces, thanks for joining me for the October 2019 Taroscope with Animal Totem. As always, I'm Vickieverlie. This is the Rock and Roll Prophetess channel. We are going to do tarot, and I also do astrology. As always, we're going to do the main reading with the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, followed up by the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle card. If you're a Patreon level 2 subscriber in honor of Halloween or Samhain or All Hallows Eve, we're going to do this awesome new deck I've got. It's called the Dark Mansion Tarot. So if you are a Patreon supporter, and you want to find out about it, doing that, you can find out below. All the information is below. Let's get right into our reading for Pisces for October of 2019 with the tarot portion of the reading. Okay, what is going on for Pisces in October 2019? Oh, looks like you guys are coming off some heavy stuff here. Another thing that I did want to mention, Pisces. Let me get those last few cards out. Pisces. Oh, look at all these new beginnings. That's awesome. I am going to open up in October here. If you're watching this as a Patreon person early, it might not be posted on my website yet, but I am going to be opening up in October. If you're watching this on regular YouTube, you should be able to find it on my website. I'm opening up for the year ahead readings. I'm going to start those a little early this year because they're the most popular reading of the year. Always, every year I do. Many people enjoy them and get them every year, but I get really overwhelmed sometimes, and with the holiday season anyway, and then having to, this extra stuff to do, which I love doing. Actually, I do love doing them, but this year I'm going to start doing them a little bit earlier so that there's a little bit of a, spread it out a little bit. So this is what it'll look like if you want to find that on my website, if you're interested in that. All right, let's take a look here. Whew, boy, started out with Tower and Ten of Swords in reverse. Some of you are coming off of some really heavy stuff here. This is a major shakeup in your lives. This is a major releasing and letting go. What I love about this lineup here, though, is that we do have the World card right next to it. So it's a much needed clearing. It's a much needed release. If you're watching this in September, there is the equinox coming up, or the ingress, the Libra ingress. So many times a change of season will bring about these big changes. And if you're watching this in September, that reading's still available. But boy, is it opening up the world for you. So that's a beautiful thing. Not only do you have the world, but you have two different aces here. You've got the Ace of Swords, and you've got the Ace of Rods. Aces, of course, are new beginnings. Ace of Swords is a victory. And in some of the decks, there's like a dark cloud that hangs over it, and that this light is pierced through it. So that could definitely be like, and in order to make these big changes that we all want to make in our lives, sometimes this stuff has to go down, If you want to set a new course, you've got to be out with the old and in with the new. I think that might be your title. I'm going to put that, out with the old. I'm going to put that as your title, because that definitely is what's showing here. There's news coming. There's things happening. Messages are coming. Eight of Rods towards the Page of Cups. So this could be in water sign time. Now, in October, we will be in water sign of Scorpio. We're going to be in the sign of Scorpio after the 23rd. And as a matter of fact, there's going to be a new moon in Scorpio also on the 27th. So those couple of dates may have some significance for some of you Pisces out there. You're worried about the money. I think this is some crap that you've been wanting to tell them to take this job and shove it or something like that. That's what I'm kind of picking up. This is something that you've been wanting to do for some time, but you're like, oh, what if I let it go? Da, 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 da. Some of you may be working 2 jobs. Some of you may be working 2 different jobs, or maybe you have your main job and you have a side gig or a side hustle. Well, you may be able to, it's going to turn around to be something much better, let's put it that way. It's going to be something much more that to your liking. You may still do 2 jobs, but it may be one is something that you're really passionate about or you really enjoy. Now, justice is here also. Sometimes justice is some big legal matter. Some of you may have had some kind of car accident or some kind of, thing that happened where you had to actually go to court and sue somebody. If that's the case, it's saying that this could, be coming Justice is going to be served to your favor, and things are going to go along in your way regarding a justice or judicial. They're saying a judicial matter. This could also have to do with not only court cases, but it could have to do with like government, police, anything that encompasses the justice system. It could also have to do with signing. For some of you, it's going to be the word deed really popped off the card at me. Deed, it's kind of flew up. Signing a deed. So I'm hearing deed in lieu. So I think that happens when you give a house over. Some of you might be. Maybe you've been trying to hang on to this house and it's like just let it go. Deed in lieu, sign it over, be done with it. And then you can get on with your life. Then you're free. She's free to do whatever she wants. The World is one of the best cards in the deck. So this situation coming to an end is not a bad thing. It's something that you're being rid of, and you should be thankful about it. It's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our animal totem cards for Pisces. Don't forget, we do have so much going on. There's the ingress readings if you're watching in September. I'm opening up the year aheads early to give us a little bit more time to get everybody in, and I don't feel so stressed and rushed. It's going to be a nice pace. I feel like this is going to work out really well. It is the most popular reading of the year. It's just like this, like you're used to seeing. It's 3-month increments. There's 4 rows, and then I also pull an animal totem for you. But let's see for the month of October, what is going on for our Pisces friends in the month of October. Pisces. Messenger, the Raven. The Raven is messenger, and I just heard that Edgar Allan Poe quote, "Quoth the Raven, nevermore." Nevermore. Nevermore are you putting up with this shit, basically. I think that's what the Raven's telling us. No more. No more Mr. Nice Guy, I'm hearing from Alice Cooper. No more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mr. Sweet, is that it? No more Mr. Nice Guy. He said, "You're sick, you're obscene." You could look it up more if you want, but that's what I'm getting. So no more Mr. Nice Guy. It's time to cut some ties here. It's time to cut some ties, and then you can breathe. You'll be able to breathe again. That's another thing that I'm definitely getting here. But let's read what I wrote on this card initially. Myth, magic, legends, lore. The Raven is calling you to awaken to the mystery and enchantment. It's time to shape-shift your life into what you want it to be. So true. So true, Pisces. Shape-shift your life into what you want it to be. Cut it out. Sometimes, Pisces, you have a hard time of just letting go and cutting something off. You just stay with it and stay with it and stay with it. Change of seasons. Change of time. It's a powerful time. We're moving into Scorpio. We're gonna have those new moons in Scorpio. That's in harmonious energy. It's sending harmonious vibes over to your sun sign of Pisces. And by the way, this is for sun, moon, and rising of Pisces. So if it doesn't resonate, do check your other ones. But it could be rough. I ain't gonna lie to you, Pisces. It might be a little bit rough. This letting go, but this world is just opening up to you. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that to follow these other cards. And then I also do love the 2 aces down here. So this is it's going to break through the old. I feel like that's what this Ace of Swords is telling us. Breaking through this old mess and getting rid of it. And then you can plant your new seeds in fertile soil. That came through very strong for you, Pisces. Planting your new seeds in fertile soil. Because you can't plant seeds in the soil. It's just, they're not just going to grow. The soil's not fertile. The soil's done, Don't worry about the money. Spirit's got your back. Spirit's going to help you out, and things are going to be much better. You're going to open up, and it's going to be much better moving forward. Okay, everybody. Please do check out my website up here, and you can find out more information below and how to hit subscribe and all that stuff. I appreciate everything so much. The 2020 year ahead readings, another reason I'm opening up early is because they're so powerful. This is going to be a powerful year, 2020. We're going to have these major eclipses hitting that Saturn-Pluto conjunction that people have been talking about. Also, we're moving into a new decade, and it's the 22, so it's bringing more in the feminine. So it's a very changing times that we're living in here. So if you want to look into how that affects you, you might want to order a reading. I have books and decks and all sorts of stuff. I appreciate all your support so much, including buying all my wares, liking, sharing, commenting. If you're interested in these decks, you can find links to those also on my website. If you're Patreon level 2, I've got the coolest deck ever, the Dark Mansion Tarot. We're going to pull another card out of that coming right up. Have a great month of October, a great Halloween, All Hallows Eve, Samhain, whatever you celebrate. All Saints Day, it's actually November. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.